welcome to Community Checkup with Delta Dental of Tennessee for the month of August. So happy to be here with you, Missy, once again.
Always a pleasure.
This one's special, and it's special because we are shooting in Memphis at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center College of Dentistry. Thank you guys so much for letting us come into this space to shoot and to learn, kind of expand on the importance of us being here for this particular show.
Sure. Delta Dental of Tennessee is one of the largest donors to the College of Dentistry here. The building that we're in actually bears our name, and I'm so proud to be a part of Delta Dental and a part of the school because this is one of the best places for dental education. It's located in Memphis, and the College of Dentistry it's been around for many decades, and it's educated probably more than half of the dentists in the state of Tennessee have come through these doors. So it's great to be a part of this institution.
And we are talking with a very special woman here who's going kind of to share with us what's happening within the College of Dentistry here at this school.
Yes, Dr. Dagan will be joining us soon, so excited to talk with her.
She is going to be amazing. She's also going to walk me through a simulation of their lab, which is something that will be interesting to see. Have you done that before?
I've been able to do it before. You literally, you get to be a dentist for a moment, and it's a resin tooth inside of a dummy head, but you see on a video screen where a cavity is, and you literally go in and you drill out where the cavity is. So it's almost like a computer game, but it is one of the best ways to teach dental students what to expect when they're doing practice with live patients. And the sim lab here was one of our first investments at the College of Dentistry, and it's a great way for, like I said, the students to be able to practice techniques without having to do that on a live patient.
Could you imagine if it was a live patient? Oh no. Following learning from Dr. Moja Dagan, we're also going to touch on Church Health, a location here in the Memphis area that is very special, that is the first of its kind and still the largest of its kind of what they do.
Yes, absolutely. And there are 29 different dental clinics across the state that our Smile 180 Foundation helps support. Church Health is by far the largest, but even beyond just what they do here in Memphis, they open their doors and invite people to come in, learn how they do their things, and they share all that knowledge freely with the clinics. All 29 of our clinics come together once a year to learn from them, and they invite people from all over the world to come in, see what they're doing, learn those what is needed, and the best part of all, it's entirely funded by charitable donations. They do not take any federal funding because they don't. It is faith-based,
right? And
they're very strong in not wanting to have to address compliance issues for federal grants. So it's a beautiful job what they do, and I'm so excited that you get to meet Jenny.
Same here, and I think the best part of that is they're helping a specific area of those in the Memphis area, and that is the underserved and the uninsured. But again, Jenny Robbins will expand on that. She's the Chief Executive Officer there of Church Health. And then we're rounding out the day, talking back and giving you a look at the St. Jude Jam that happened. And that was a special event raising money for the St. Jude Hospital. They had special guests there on stage, Eddie Montgomery and Don Felder. But before that, the beginning of the day, FedEx did a special recognition.
Yes, they name a plane every year. They've done this for 12 years now. And this year is a young man, 7 years old. He was diagnosed in kindergarten with leukemia. And, it's amazing. When St. Jude started in 1962, the survival rate for childhood cancer was 4%. 4%. Today, it is 80%. So Micah he's a beautiful, healthy boy. We'll see some in the video. A very vibrant life. And that is one of, Danny Thomas, when he founded St. Jude here in Memphis, Tennessee, he felt very strongly that no child should die in the dawn of life.
And you get to see, again, like Missy said, you get to hear from Micah and his family. I got to see him running around at the St. Jude Jam, and again, full of life, very vibrant. But his name now adorns a FedEx feeder Cessna Caravan aircraft. Again, you'll see video of that later on. So we have a full show for you today. I look forward to what is to come. So stick with us right here on Community Checkup.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Hi, I'm McKenna at the Nashville Omni Hotel. Come see us at 5 and 10.
He shoots, and he scores! Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
Welcome back. Once again, we are here at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center, the College of Dentistry. So happy to be here, and I am thrilled to introduce Dr. Moja Dagan. She is a professor in the College of Dentistry. She's the Associate Dean of Student Affairs, Admissions, and Faculty Affairs. First off, thank you, Dr. Dagan, for your time.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm excited to be here and talk to you all. This is great.
This is fantastic. And in your world here at the College of Dentistry, you guys have grown significantly, or you're bringing in more students. What is that like for you to see more people coming in, more students coming in for the College of Dentistry?
Absolutely. So because of the Healthy Smiles initiative and the great generous donations of Delta Dental, our alumni association, we were able to be housed in this $43 million new Delta Dental building. And we're very excited about that. And because of the Healthy Smiles initiative and lack of dentists in the state of Tennessee, we wanted to increase our class size from 100 a couple of years ago to 110 2 years ago to 120. And this year we had 130 dental students and 50 dental hygiene students, which is a great increase in number and very exciting for us because we will have more dentists being able to serve the community. And that's what's important to us. But at the same time, you can't grow a class if you don't have the facility. So it's beautiful that we have this brand new facility, state-of-the-art, latest technology that can house our students comfortably and to make sure that they have everything that they need to be successful. I tell our students when we accept them, we don't just leave them alone. We want to make sure that they have everything that they need to be successful over the 4 years.
I'm sure a lot has changed when it comes to the education of dentistry. Can you touch on that, from a student standpoint, how that's changed, and then kind of go into just the field in general?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So many years ago, when I was in dental school, I'm not going to say how many years, but dentistry was more problem focused and restorative focused, which meant if a tooth is broken, if there's deterioration of dentition, how do we fix it? How do we replace it? And as the years went by, we became more focused on preventive dentistry. What can we do to actually prevent caries, to prevent some of the dental diseases from happening? And then we became more focused with the advancement of technology, which is huge. In the past 15, 20 years, dentistry has just taken a huge leap because of technology. Now we're more focused on things like regenerative dentistry, implant dentistry, lasers. So for the most part, there's so much more information to give our students now than there was 30 years ago. Also, from a student standpoint, I think, again, the basics haven't changed, the science of dentistry, but there's more focus, again, on technology and the advancements. Like I said, laser dentistry, implants, and some of the other regenerative procedures, saliva diagnosis, some of the things we can do, just analyzing the saliva, predicting some potential systemic diseases. Those are all advances in dentistry that we need to teach our students. So 4 years becomes a very compact curriculum to try to cover for our students. And you mentioned something about students' perspective, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so from a student's perspective, dentistry is still hard. I remember myself that it's grueling. 4 years, that's really difficult. But I think some of our students don't realize there's more to dentistry than just the science. There's a huge creativity and artistry and craftsmanship that goes into dentistry. So they find themselves not only learning the science, but also learning how to work with their hands and the hand skills. And another important thing is these students are coming from an undergraduate curriculum, right? They're taking a few classes during the semester here. They're together, 130 of them, from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon every single day. So I think that's, and because of the pandemic and students having remote teaching, we are completely an on-campus, in-person curriculum at this point. So I think that's kind of a little bit of an adjustment for the students to get used to. But I tell them, don't look at the negative part. Look at the fact that you're with 130 colleagues, comrades, friends, and people that are going to support you, and you're together for a common goal. So it is a beautiful thing, the relationship that students form. But again, it's not easy.
Well, you touched on dental school being
Yes.
hard. It's also very expensive. What is the debt burden for students graduating from college?
So this hits home for me. I have a daughter that graduated from dental school, son in medical school. The average dental student has between $300,000 to $350,000 worth of student loans. And we are very cognizant of that. We do everything we can to reduce the cost for our students, but a lot of it is the instruments, the technology, and what it involves to be a dentist. I think the American Dental Association in general and our field is very aware of the burden that this is on our students and the pressure and the difficulty that this puts on our students. But unfortunately, it is what it is at this point. We do have some programs in place for loan forgiveness to where if you go to the underserved areas, your loan can be forgiven. So I think those are all opportunities for our students to take advantage of.
Talking about going to those areas, talk to us about community outreach. And does that help with bedside manner? Because you have to be, I would think, sensitive at times as a dentist to the patient in your chair.
Absolutely. And a lot of dentistry, we talked about the science, the artistry. A lot of it is communication and taking care of people. We're in the business of taking care of people. And I think that's a learning curve for our students to be able to work with everyone. People from different cultures, people from different income, and becoming familiar with these communities during their dental school education is super important. So we, in our mission statement, there's a big emphasis on community service. So from the beginning, when our students start their dental education, they are provided with ample opportunity to go out in the communities. We have rotation sites for our students. For 2 weeks, they get to go to some of the areas across the state. We have a clinic in Bristol, Tennessee. We're just opening one in Knoxville. There's one in Union City. So we have these locations all around the state. It's an opportunity for these students to go and closely work with the underserved people who, and social determinants of health are very, very important for our students to learn. Why is this patient not taking care of themselves? Is it that they live in a poverty-stricken neighborhood? Is there a dentist accessible to them? So understanding all those social determinants of health while they're in dental school is very, very helpful for them as they go out in the communities and serve as dentists later on.
So you were talking about the different clinics across the state. There's
yes.
a really exciting public-private partnership taking place in Kingsport, Tennessee. Can you
Yes.
share with us about the Kingsport Clinic?
Yeah, so the Kingsport Clinic is one of the newest clinics that we have, and we're very, very excited. It is the state-of-the-art clinic. I haven't been personally, but I have plans to go see the clinic, because I really like to see the clinics that our students are going to be.
I want to go with you.
Please do, please do. But the pictures that I have seen, you know, there's an illusion that sometimes people think if we're sending students to remote clinics, they don't have the technology and the state-of-the-art facility that we have here in our building. Kingsport is beautiful. It is state-of-the-art. We have faculty there that are supervising our students. You know, we're going to have CAD/CAM dentistry, which is computer aided dentistry and manufacturing capability in that clinic. There's all the latest, like I said, technology hand pieces for diagnosis and treatment for our students. So we're very, very excited about having our students there. In the near future, we're looking at this semester having our students rotate.
For those communities that have not had access to dental care, for those who maybe are a little nervous about getting into the chair to have work done, they're going through pain, what are some words for them, you know, to make them comfortable?
I think that the thing to remember about dentistry, the earlier you detect dental disease and the earlier and more preventive approach you take, the better the results are going to be. So ignoring, you know, a small caries can end up resulting in a large carious lesion that potentially needs a root canal and a crown and a lot more, I don't want to say painful procedures, but a lot more involved procedures. So the beauty of having a regular checkups and preventive care is to prevent from those big problems happening. So I think we're huge advocates of preventive care and early diagnosis and minimally invasive dentistry, and I think we can do that the quicker we get patients in our chair and the more regular we get them in our chair.
So what, taking that a step further, you're talking about preventive dentistry
Right.
and how getting those regular checkups, but dentists can detect a lot more than just what's going on with the teeth.
Absolutely.
What are some of the systemic diseases that a dentist might be able to help a patient with?
Right, so periodontal disease is the disease of the gingiva of the gums, and advanced, undetected, untreated periodontal disease can actually have the bacteria in the bloodstream, causing heart issues and you know, cardiovascular problems. So again, it becomes very important for us to maintain a healthy oral cavity in order to prevent, because everything's connected, right? The teeth is connected, you know, the mouth, the oral cavity is connected to the rest of the body. And we can detect early signs of cancer in some cases, eating disorders. The amount of erosion we see in enamel and in teeth can be indicative of systemic diseases like bulimia, and sometimes dentists are the first healthcare provider to detect some of these issues and some of these problems, so it's very, very important.
If there's someone, maybe, you know, middle schooler, high
Yeah.
schooler interested in the field of dentistry, where might they be able to go to get a little more information and possibly explore College of Dentistry here?
Yes, so we actually have several pre-dental days to where we invite college students, and we hope to do the same for high school students, to where they can come on our campus and see what dentistry is about. And our dental students put those events together. So it's a great way for young people to become exposed. And I tell students that age, develop a relationship with your own local dentist in your community. Try to see if you can shadow at their office, have them as a mentor, because thinking a profession is going to be successful and good for you is one thing, but actually seeing it in action is another. So I highly, and most local dentists would love to, you know, mentor a high school student and let them shadow in their office. That's how I, you know, partially became interested in dentistry many, many years ago when I was in Texas. So I highly recommend that.
I can imagine you're quite a mentor for your students
Yeah.
here.
Well, we try. I try, and I think I've had amazing mentors over the years. I couldn't have been where I am today without amazing people to hold my hand and help me every step of the way. So I think all of us here, all the faculty here, what distinguishes our college is that they are so devoted to our students. And they're here because they want to be here. A lot of them, this is a second career. They've had successful dental practices out in the community, and this is their opportunity to give back to the next generation.
Dr. Dagan, thank you again so much for your time, for sharing this with all of us, those that you are a mentor to. They are so lucky to have you, as Missy just said. As we go to break and leave this, Dr. Dagan is going to share with us the simulation lab that you have here at the College of Dentistry at the University of Tennessee Health Science Center. Cannot wait to see that, so you get a look or just a glimpse of the simulation area here at the school. After that, after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to share with you information on church health and how special it is to Memphis.
Our students for 2 entire years have different simulation labs. One in operative dentistry, fixed prosthodontics, the different areas. And the goal is to actually have this becomes their patient.
Okay.
And they want to simulate the procedures they're actually going to be doing on the patient on this Kilgore typodont right here. We have everything that you would have in a dental operatory. You've got all your equipment right there, which if you go to a dentist office or if you go to one of our clinics, this is the setup where the patient would be lying down right here. So we want to make sure our students are comfortable in their chair, they have good posture, and what you wanted, we're going to turn the suction on to grab all the water.
Okay.
This is a handpiece. It's the same exact handpiece that students will be using in clinic.
Okay.
And you basically want to hold it just like you would a pencil.
Okay.
Okay? And what you're going to try to do is to come the tip of this. So this is a burr. The tip of it is what's sharp and is going to drill on the tooth.
Okay.
Okay, so you're just going to hold this right on top of the tooth, and then I'll show you the next step. So basically, simulation lab is an area for students to become familiar with what they're actually going to do on the patient. And this is, they usually name their patients, and so it's practice for when they actually get to do it on a patient.
Okay, well, I'm going to name you, I don't know, Ian.
Ian, there you go. Okay.
Now, by some chance, like if I'm pushing too hard, is there something that will signal to me that I'm pushing down too hard? Or
So the speed is actually right here. So you can go down. So this is an ADEC unit.
Okay.
You can go down if you want to. We usually have students start very low.
Okay.
So the speed of the handpiece is very low. So maybe we should go around 2,500 for you. So that's the speed that we set up. And when you see that you're going too far down into the tooth, then you know you've gone too far.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. But no, there's no way to actually, not a gauge as to a speed, but not a gauge of how deep you're actually going.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I think so.
All right. So you want to kind of retract on the tissue with your mirror.
Okay.
Perfect. You ready for the suction to go on?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You need to go over there? Just give us 1 second. Okay. And there you go. Keep pressing, keep pressing. There you go. And just start. What do you
I
think?
feel like my hand is
slipping?
not very steady.
So one way to do it is if you're holding it like a pencil, you kind of want to rest. You want to rest on the teeth to make it a little easier so you have better stability.
Okay.
But that's one thing they're getting used to is how to have more stability. There you go. You're doing it.
I'll be darned.
You're a full-blown dentist now.
My friends and family watching this are probably thinking, oh, no, 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 no. Okay.
So now that you're more comfortable, we can take the speed up a little bit. See if you feel the difference.
All right, Ian, I'm sorry about this. I do actually, yes, do feel a little bit.
Very good. Okay, so when you've drilled a little bit, you can stop the handpiece.
Okay.
and blow a little bit of air.
Oh, that's okay. I'm missing. Okay, gotcha.
And kind of check your preparation. Kind
Okay.
of see where you're at.
All right.
And that's what usually students do. They start on a small preparation, and then they kind of isolate the area to make sure they've done the right thing and continue.
So I know for these students, they've had their undergrad studies, and this is what they want to do. How long does it take them to get comfortable with this?
It depends on the student, but the first few weeks are, they start their first year in operative dentistry, is the first laboratory session that they have, and it takes them a good few weeks. And we work on posture. Posture is huge. Dentists are notorious for having neck and back problems.
Okay.
So we spend a lot of time on posture and loops. If you look around at the dental students, you see the majority have the dental loops. And that kind of helps them keep their posture straight, but be able to see what they're working on. And we're dealing with small areas.
Right, very small. And I want to ask too, we talked a little bit in the segment about, support and students and just how, times have changed.
Yes.
Talk about the support that students have now, maybe compared to what they used to not have.
Exactly. I think the mentality back in the old days was you swim or sink, right? This is it. Dental school's supposed to be hard. But here, our students have free tutoring. They get free counseling. And if a student is having difficulty with one of their laboratory procedures, they get to make an appointment to see the faculty so that the faculty can help them, and their student tutors. So there's a lot of peer learning that happens that's instrumental. And they also, we have an Office of Student Success that's centrally located at the Health Science Center. And they provide specific tutoring for microbiology, gross anatomy, all the different didactic courses that they take. So we provide a lot of support that we really didn't provide years ago, which helps students become successful and reduces the amount of stress that they're facing. So we're very proud of this. I think most dental schools have it, but we really put a lot of focus on that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to continue on working on Ian for just a little bit longer.
There's more cavity left in that tooth. Remember, just hold it more like a pencil.
Oh, that's right, the pencil. Got it.
Now you're doing what takes students weeks and weeks to learn, so you're doing a great job. You got it. And usually we have a design for them as to what the preparation needs to look like. So what they're doing is they're duplicating what we show them on paper and the pictures that we show them onto the actual tooth model.
Gotcha. Well, thank you for the instructions.
Absolutely. You are doing a great job. You're a natural.
Hi, I'm Joseph Burgoyne, Chef Tournade of the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at Kitchen Notes.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome back. We're going to dive into the work done by Church Health here in Memphis. Let me share a little bit the fact that Church Health is not only the first, but still the largest faith-based healthcare not-for-profit health clinic in the country. which is absolutely amazing. To expand on this, sitting here with Missy and I today, we have the Chief Executive Officer of Church Health, Jenny Robbins. First off, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
What an incredible vision this is. A Methodist minister, Dr. Scott Morris, this was his vision back in 1985. Doors opening in 87.
Correct, yeah.
And since then, now helping 60,000 plus of the underinsured and underserved, uninsured here in the area.
Correct. So yes, Dr. Morris opened the clinic in 1987. It was an idea that he had, since he went to med school and then divinity school. He knew he wanted to do something, but not go preach 52 sermons a year. And he wanted to figure a way to help the community and help more people. So he opened up Church Health Center with an idea from the Methodist folks, Jewish Family Foundation, and others to create this idea of where we are today. So yes, we are the largest faith-based not-for-profit that helps uninsured and underserved in Memphis, and we're part of the Tennessee Charitable Care Network, which is clinics like ours. But we really want to serve the Memphis community in Shelby County. This past year, I think we had over 65,000 patient encounters, and we are home to over 70,000 unique individuals since inception of Church Health. So we are really proud of that number.
Let's talk about that whole health concept. And you guys have actually been kind of the launching board for other programs throughout the country.
Yes, all of our medical care is practiced around what we call the model for healthy living. And we're saying everything needs to be in balance, from your work life, faith life, nutrition, movement. All of those things need to be in balance in order to be healthy and to be there for your family, yourself, and others. And so our primary care model is just a portion of that, but we integrate our care with behavioral health, our dentistry, optometry, and everything sort of pivots off of what the patient needs, not just necessarily coming to the doctor for care.
And a big contributor to this is Delta Dental of Tennessee and Smile 180.
Yes, Delta Dental has helped with the dental needs. I know we helped to fund the chairs in the dental clinic here at the Crosstown campus. How many chairs do you have in the dental clinic?
We have 24 clinic chairs. So we are the largest freestanding single site location in Tennessee.
So, let's talk a minute about what you have here at Crosstown, because prior to this facility opening a few years ago, you had multiple locations around the city.
Yes, we started in a small, tiny house in Central Gardens in Midtown Memphis, and as our operations grew, we grew to 13 buildings, sort of within maybe a 1.5 square mile radius, from our wellness center on Union Avenue to another dental site on Cleveland, we just outgrew this space, and so Crosstown came to being, I think in 2017 is when we finally launched and opened up here, and so Delta Dental truly helped contribute the funding to allow us to expand dentistry. So our almost entire second floor is dental.
But now with everything located under one roof, when we talk about whole person health, you're able to, if people have multiple appointments with doctors, they're able to come one place and get everything taken care of almost at the same time.
Absolutely, and that is what we strive for, because we are working with the underserved and uninsured. These are the hourly workers, folks who are going to help to take care of us and make our lives more comfortable. Our favorite waitress, the person who's going to take care of our children, maybe the person who works on our dry cleaning. Those are the folks that we really serve. And one of the hardest things for them to do is to take time off and go to the doctor. Well, they're certainly not going to want to take time off to go to the doctor 3 different times. So if we can meet their needs all in one location, that truly is at the benefit for that worker and the employer, and then of course the community. So we do want to treat a patient in our medical clinic, take care of their kids while they're having a dental appointment or a patient appointment, and then if there's a referral that needs to be made and we can take care of it on the spot same day, we're going to strive to do that as well.
And is this for all ages, for the full family?
We can be, yes. No, we don't deliver babies, but we will take care of them after they are here.
So can you tell us a little bit about what you do at the Well?
Love the Well. So we partnered with the YMCA to open up our wellness facility, or workout facility, just like any other Y throughout the country. And part of that agreement was that we would take care of the children who come to the Y. Now, we've been doing wellness services for kids and child life for years and years, but this was an opportunity for us to really step up our game. So not only do we take care of the kids who come to the Y, we're also taking care of our patients' children. From ages 6 months up to 12 years old. We will take care of those kids while the parents are at the Y or at the dental services, optometry, the primary care. We'll take care of everybody. And we are the only facility that provides free child care for patients while they're being treated.
What does Dr. Morris think of how far this has come and the number of individuals that he has helped?
Dr. Morris is incredibly humble. But there are always more people to see. I also think, we've been around 37 years, and he says that after 30 years or so, that's just a good start. So there's way more to do. So I know he is proud of what he has done so far, but it's a team effort, and he truly believes that this is the organization's gift back to the city, just to take care of those who take care of us.
For those in other areas that want to look at you to maybe mimic what you have, how do they reach out to you? What does that process look like for those who would like to replicate what you have?
Well, we have a replication seminar every year in March, generally. After Easter, we try to take care of that. But people can call us. We get phone calls all of the time, just asking questions. We're part of the Tennessee Charitable Care Network, and that is a great just consortium of clinics that are like ours. So someone who wants to expand services, they might call us. And then there's also the National Association of Free and Charitable Clinics that we're also a part of. So there's just a lot of networking opportunities, but the replication piece is great because every community, every city, every town, they have their challenges. There's the uninsured, underserved, and so everybody needs to be taking care of their folks. So we're happy to answer any questions.
I have to ask, you guys hear from your patients, and just as, when you go to make a doctor's appointment, it can be stressful because, again, you know what that might cost if you don't have the money, if you are uninsured, if you are underserved. What do you hear from those who are able to come in and they're able to get better?
So I'm not a doctor, but one of my favorite things to do is sit down in our welcome center and guide people into patient care. So that's a great opportunity for me just to see folks. And they walk in, they know they're coming in, and they might be scared or worried about what they're going to talk to the doctor about, but then they leave and there's almost this calm about them or a relief. And the doctors will say, live doctors will say that patients tell them that they're grateful and blessed. And so I think that just the patient model of care that we are doing here helps people feel comfortable and valued. And we really try to not make uninsured an obstacle or a barrier to care. We don't turn people away because of their ability to pay. We're going to treat the person that's in front of us. Now, we do charge based on a sliding scale, and we will work with the patient to collect any fees. But we try to make it as affordable as possible because we don't want someone to have to choose between coming to a doctor and paying their light bill. That's not what we're here for.
Oh, that's beautiful. Let's touch on how you're funded, because it is not government funded. No government dollars at all here.
So we are not a federally qualified health center, so we do not get those grants and such, but we are primarily funded by private donations, corporations, and other foundations, mostly local here in Memphis, some state funding. We will get grants and donations from outside of the state, but it's mostly just the local folks in Memphis supporting the work that we do because we're taking care of Memphians.
That's incredible. Now going on 36 years.
37 years.
37 years. Now 37 years. Wow. Is there anything that we haven't asked or that we haven't touched on yet that you want to make sure people know?
We're here to serve, and we love what we do, and we love our patients, and we love this community. And we want to stay here for a long time. And everything that we do is about partnerships with our patients, the community, funders. So we are always in need of people's time, talents, or treasures. And so Delta Dental has been such a great partner for us, and the Smile 180 program has always been a long supporter, and we're grateful for you all, and thank you for everything that you all do.
Well, thank you. Thank you for what you do for Tennesseans. And just real quick, because we talked a lot about whole person health. Obviously with Delta Dental, our focus is on the dental, And you mentioned 24 chairs in the dental clinic here. How great is the need for dental among all of your patients?
Gosh, well, it is. We are always on a wait list. And not just for the primary dental services, hygiene, filling cavities. I mean, it is for the endo, all of those pieces, the ologies and such that I am not aware of. But we have a wait list for our dental services. I think we can have about 450 patient visits a week. And we're still telling people that they need to wait a little bit. So to get a new patient appointment, there's a wait list. I think too long to talk about, but yeah.
Okay, and then we talked a little bit about the Smile 180 program, which is a denture program for working age adults. Could you share with us some of the patients that have gone through that program?
Oh gosh, our patients are so grateful for that, and the way that we have been able to work with them to get things funded, with the time lapse between initial visit to full restoration is amazing. We've got just so many great patient stories. One in particular, there was a patient who just, she wanted a better job. She didn't know what she was going to do. She knew that she needed to do something, and it was really her smile did not make it so that she would have a higher paying job. And so she really wanted to take it upon herself to make improvements. And so she came to Church Health, knew what she needed to do. And so we have restored her smile. She's got a healthy mouth, healthy gums. And so now we know through our Well Steps programs that she has been able to secure a higher paying job. So encourage you, when we visit and tour downstairs, there is a smile wall that has all of, a good many patient stories and just restorative care, because it's all in the picture. Wow. So a smile is worth everything. Mm-hmm.
You mentioned time, talent, and treasures. So obviously the donations are the treasure, but you have a lot of volunteers around here as well, don't you?
Absolutely. Everything that we do, from primary care to subspecialty volunteers, a lot of that is through volunteers. So we do have primary care doctors on staff, but after our clinics, weekend clinics, people might see a patient in their own offices, and that's all done through volunteer services. The hospitals donate their fees, their services, everything. Diagnostic centers, labs, everything is donated. So we do not pay any specialty visit fee. So we are grateful for everybody taking care of our folks.
That's great. For those who would like to get more information, where do they go?
Please visit www.churchhealth.org.
Well, this is fantastic. Thank you again for all of this information. Jenny Robbins, the Chief Executive Officer here with Church Health. Again, we very much appreciate your time.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you. Stay right here at Community Checkup. We'll be right back.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Hi, I'm Carmen at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at the Macara Spa.
Welcome back to Community Checkup. We're so excited to be here in Memphis. Stefanie, thank you and all the crew for coming down here and seeing because Delta Dental of Tennessee is Tennessee.
Yes,
We focus so much on what's going on in Middle Tennessee. It's exciting to be able to get over to West Tennessee and see some of the things that we have done on this side of the state.
I can't thank you enough for having us, and especially here during a time where they've had such a big event happening and money raised for the St. Jude Hospital to help the children and families that will be going there to the hospital. It's so special.
Yes, St. Jude has been close to us. Our first investment here was to help refurbish the dental clinic, and it was such a God thing. We were budgeting about $250,000, and at the time they had contributions. Someone had gifted them the equipment to refurbish this dental clinic, because when patients come in, whether it's outpatient or inpatient, their first steps are into the dental clinic, because a patient who needs to receive treatment, they have to be completely bacteria free, and when their immune systems are compromised, they can't go to a regular dental office. So they have a dental clinic right at the St. Jude campus. It's a beautiful facility, and so all the patients go through the treatment there. But when we first reached out to them, as I said, we had budgeted $250,000. They had just received an estimate. It was $248,000 to do the construction on the new clinic. So we were able to be a part of that, and it's heartwarming what we are able to do as Delta Dental of Tennessee.
It really is. And share with us the pillars, the 3 pillars of Delta Dental, and how we're touching on that.
Yes, the Smile 180 Foundation, when we were founded, we had 3 individual pillars. One is children's hospitals, for that very reason that I just mentioned. The second pillar is for oral health education. We're here at UT, so we do a lot of contributions for the dental school, but we take oral health education more broad. We have a program with PBS stations across the state to help teach young children why they need to brush their teeth and why that oral health is so important. And then the third pillar is the charitable dental clinics. So visiting Church Health, as I mentioned, there are 29 of those types of clinics across the state. And it is such a blessing and a privilege to be able to be a part of all these different organizations and improve healthy smiles, because our mission is ensuring healthy smiles with an E.
I almost feel like it really does start in the mouth.
Absolutely.
Or at
the
least
mouth is the
health-wise.
gateway to the body.
It is. And again, like you said, it is so special what you do. So let's talk about the St. Jude event that happened. So before the St. Jude Jam, as fun as that was, there was a very special event that happened that morning, and that was the Purple Eagle ceremony during the FedEx St. Jude Championship, where they unveiled the 12th St. Jude patient to have his or her name adorn a FedEx feeder Cessna Caravan aircraft.
Yes.
And a special little boy this year.
Yes, Micah was 7 years old, diagnosed with leukemia. When he was in kindergarten, his grandfather is a FedEx employee. So his dad grew up being around FedEx, and he lived here in Memphis. So he was very familiar with the Memphis area, with St. Jude being here, but not really understanding the impact that St. Jude has on the life of a child and the life-saving protocols that they have established in both cancer treatments and other things, sickle cell. It's amazing what happens here, but when you have a child diagnosed with cancer, you don't want to be anywhere else.
No, of course not. And today, so right now, you're going to see some moments from that ceremony, from the Purple Eagle ceremony. Here you go.
This is our 12th year to name a FedEx Cessna Caravan in honor of a FedEx team member's child or grandchild, who is also a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. This rising second grader says he wants to be a St. Jude nurse one day. Wow, what a way to give back. And he's a young man, obviously wise beyond his years. Okay, Micah, it's time for you to come up on stage, brother, to show the world your name on your airplane. All right, go do it, big man. All right, rip it off.
I truly could not think of a better example of caring and helping children in need. As Bill mentioned, the world is watching this week, and everyone will see and hear about St. Jude's relentless and amazing efforts to defeat life-threatening illnesses that children face around the world. And you know who else is watching? The children. The fact that Micah is already thinking of working at St. Jude when he grows up should just warm your heart like it does mine, and show that what they're doing is working, what we're doing is working, and what you're doing is working for such an incredible cause.
This golf tournament has generated over $74 million to support the life-saving work of St. Jude. $74 million. And it's a global audience that we're in front of. And global awareness and advocacy is absolutely crucial to the St. Jude mission. And I want you to think about the fact that 400,000 kids around the globe are going to get cancer this year. And because of partners like FedEx and supporters like each and every one of you, St. Jude has launched this ambitious $12.9 billion strategic plan to accelerate research and care for kids all across the globe, certainly here in the United States, but all across that globe. So folks, that's what this whole ceremony means. That's what this partnership means. That's what this golf tournament means. It's your kindness, it's your generosity that gives kids like Micah and kids all over the globe hope. So Bill, I want to say thank you on behalf of all the patients and families that benefit from FedEx's extraordinary generosity. Mike, I want to say congratulations to you, and I look forward to seeing that plane up in the air and with my binoculars seeing your name flying across the skies. What do you say, okay? All right, Micah. Okay.
What a lovely ceremony. And could you imagine being Micah to see your name now on an aircraft?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And every year when they have the child out and they do the naming, it's such pride.
Yes, I can imagine it would be for the child and for the family, especially after all they've gone through. Speaking of what they go through is, again, quite a bit, and we learned some of that during the St. Jude Jam that happened at the Peabody Hotel. It was a packed room for this, and a lot of giving hearts, incredible spirits in that room.
This is an opportunity, as the FedEx golf tournament it enables St. Jude for fundraising. So they attach the St. Jude name on the golf tournament. The Jam helps kick things off. It's a celebration. They have a concert. They also do what they call Give to Live, which is an auction where people are able to make donations. And the event last night was incredible. It's a lot of entertainment. It's a few tiers, but one thing most people don't realize about St. Jude is the patient family does not have to pay anything to walk in the doors. The patients are treated. They want to make sure that those families are not burdened with the stress of how to pay for things, and they want the parents to be able to help their child heal. And it's hard to do if you're stressed about how am I going to pay the bills because I'm here.
I was blown away, I think, with what some of the procedures cost, not realizing, and again, some of us, we know what an emergency room visit looks like and certain things, but for a child going through that, it's one thing after another. And some procedures, it is upwards of $40,000 for one procedure. That is a lot of money.
Yes.
And last night, you had people giving and giving and giving. We're going to show you now what the St. Jude Jam looked like, what we got to see in that room, some of the paddles going up to either bid on an item or just make a donation there at the end. I think the very special part is how much money was raised.
Yes.
I want to thank you for spending time to make the trip with us and choosing to be here in Memphis, Tennessee.
We're so proud to be here, and we're proud to be partners with St. Jude, because for us at Delta Dental, making a contribution is more than just writing a check. It's really becoming partners with those we do business with.
48, another 1,000, 1365, 10 people away. 1228, another 1,000, 1266.
There were some special guest in the room that wanted to be a part of this, wanted to be on stage, wanted to be just in this event. They also got to do a tour of the St. Jude Hospital, and we heard from Eddie Montgomery as well as Don Felder.
Yes, Eddie Montgomery of Montgomery Gentry.
Yes.
And Don Felder was one of the original guitarists for the Eagles. So it was, you actually got a chance to get backstage and meet them.
I sure did. We get to hear from them now.
I guess when Danny Thomas started the whole thing, they had a 3 to 4% survival rate. And now it's up to over 90% survival rate because of their research. And so when they get a hold of AI and that kind of computer, I got a feeling it might be up to 99 or 99.9. We can only cross our fingers and hope that happens. So any support anyone's willing to give St. Jude's, it's a blessing.
Well, it's St. Jude, man. That's to me, that's Memphis. Actually, St. Jude is the world. And I know that from personal experience because I had a son that had a very rare cancer, and St. Jude got him through, and he started his first day of college yesterday. And now he goes back down because of all the stuff that they done, because he has no sign of cancer of anything of any kind, and thanks to St. Jude.
I've had 5 kids of my own that I know about and pay for. And then I've got 9 grandkids, and I got 2 great-grandkids. So children have always been very close to me. I love kids. And so when I saw that and saw the story that they're a research hospital trying to save lives and develop techniques for saving children's lives, they count me in. So it was a pleasantly wonderful surprise today to go over there.
So, and it's unbelievable how, they go in there and don't ask for a dime. Don't ask for nothing. I mean nothing. And it's unreal. And I would suggest anybody that's never walked through that hospital needs to go one time. I'm telling you right now, just to see what it's like, because even though a lot of it's sad, man, it can really hit your heart and bring you up and go like, this is why this is the greatest country in the world. We got doctors from everywhere, all over the world, kids from all over the world, and I just can't say enough. I mean, I could sit here and preach about it all day long, but I got to get on stage too to sing.
I do want to thank both Mr. Montgomery and Mr. Felder for talking with us and just sharing their thoughts on St. Jude and the importance of the work being done for the children who go through the doors there at St. Jude Hospital. All right, share with us, how much money was raised during the event?
During the event, with the silent auction items, with the live auction and the Give to Live, St. Jude raised over $1 million.
That's incredible.
And I mean, believe it or not, it costs over $2 million a day to run St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. So while that seems like an amazing amount, and it really was for the hundreds of people that were in the room, very generous donations, but it requires so much for people to do this life-saving research. And the beautiful part about St. Jude, they make their protocols available for free to anyone, anywhere in the world. So there are literally thousands of patients all over the world who would be considered St. Jude patients because they're going through those protocols in their hometown market.
Missy, do you know if someone's seeing this, they're like, you know what, it's in my heart to make a donation to St. Jude. Where do they go to do that?
They can go online to stjude.org and can make a donation. We were talking about tens of thousands of dollars in donations last night, but the average donation to St. Jude is $29 a month. And it's those smaller gifts really add up to make the millions of dollars that they need to keep this place running.
Every little bit counts, every little bit. What a great show for today here for Community Checkup. What was the highlight for you for this one? Because there was a lot.
There was a lot. Coming to this is my first time to come into the dental school building, so it was really cool walking at the steps and seeing my company's name on that wall. It gave me a sense of pride that we're able to help provide dental education for so many kids who are going to be dentists and providing dental care all across Tennessee.
Missy, always a pleasure, always. And if you would like to see more on this Community Checkup episode, as well as others, all you have to do is download our mobile app, Main Street Media TV Mobile. You'll also find it on YouTube. Just look for Community Checkup, Delta Dental of Tennessee. Until the next time, we'll see you next month.